than a week after Israel shot down a drone that infiltrated its airspace in the south, a number of questions still remain. The terrorist organization Hezbollah has claimed responsibility for sending the Iranian-made spy plane, but what intelligence, if any, was it able to collect, and how damaging might that be? And did the drone fly undetected in Israel for 55 kilometers, or was there another reason the Israeli army waited before shooting it down? And finally, how has the incident damaged Israel's deterrence or image in the region? This video from the Israeli army shows an F-16 destroying the drone in midair. The short clip has had to compete with this video that aired on Hezbollah's TV station AL-Manar. The over 3-minute video claims to show the simulated flight path of the unmanned spy plane. It claims the drone was dispatched from Lebanon and entered Israel's airspace off the southern Mediterranean coast. The video also claims the drone evaded radar detection from Israeli and U.S. warships and the Iron Dome battery units flying over sensitive Israeli bases in the south. The video says the drone reached Israel's alleged nuclear facility at Dimona, where it was then shot down. It's likely that the video is another propaganda stunt by Hezbollah, a sponsor of terror against Israel and a bitter enemy. Israeli military officials say the drone was shot down above the Yatir forest, far north of the alleged Dimona nuclear site, and they believe the drone entered from the Gazan coast, not further north. Many Israeli experts agree.
It did not get even near the Dimona reactor.
Speculation is rife on what the drone may have photographed and transmitted to Hezbollah and Iran. One British report claims military bases, aerial fields, ballistic missile sites, and preps for a joint U.S.-Israeli military exercise were on the list. But some say the security breach was likely minimal.
There might have been a breach, but we should remember that nowadays almost all these pictures could be downloaded from Google Earth. So I don't believe there is a very big difference from what the drone collected, if it did, and from and what you can download from Google Earth.
Still, some critics question that and why the drone flew for 55 kilometers inside Israel. The Israeli army and some experts say there was a good reason for that.
It was downed on purpose over Israeli land. We did let it cross from the Gaza Strip and waited until it was overflying a non-populated area, so it could be shot down without causing damage, but not over the sea, so its remains could be collected and analyzed.
That's what the Israeli army says they're doing right now. So is Israel's level of deterrence harmed?
Israeli deterrence rests on the Israeli capability to cause damage to the other side. This capability was not damaged, and the whole incident has nothing to do with Israeli deterrence, which remains as strong as it was before.
Whether or not this drone collected any new intelligence information is something we're not likely to find out anytime soon. But in one sense, Israel did come up short. They've prided themselves on having tight security on the ground and in the air. The mere fact that this drone infiltrated Israel's airspace has been perceived as a victory by the enemies of the Jewish state, Hezbollah and Iran. Jordana Miller, JN1, Jerusalem.